It's time for the Tracy Jones Radio Show. Everything about real estate that you want or need to know. Tracy Jones Radio Show.
Hey, it's Tracy Jones with the NCREA. We are here today with Melissa White, VP and broker in charge of commercial and ag at Guarantee Real Estate, and her assistant in charge of the commercial real estate division, Kim Durgan. Welcome, Kim. Welcome, Melissa. How are you today?
Good. Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here and to be talking with you today. We're so excited.
I'm so glad. You guys have great news happening. Tell us a little bit about what's been happening at Guarantee Real Estate this past week.
Well, we launched our first meeting of our commercial division. Guarantee Real Estate has been having this in the works for a while now, and it finally came to fruition last week with over 100 agents in attendance and guest speakers from all over coming in.
That is awesome. So this is your first launch. You all are just officially starting in the Fresno area, a commercial real estate division. What made you all decide to take that path?
Well, a lot of things are happening in the Central Valley. We have the high-speed rail is actually starting here, and we're getting a lot of fulfillment centers and industrial commercial real estate at Amazon and Ultra, and they're purchasing a lot of different, commercial buildings. A lot of commercial real estate's happening here, and we just were really excited about it. And we saw that this is an area that some of our agents have been successful in the past, and we were like, well, let's bring the tools and bring the training into our company and allow them to be, highly successful in both residential real estate and commercial.
That's so awesome. One of the things that we do here at the NCREA is we train residential agents to do commercial investment transactions. We like to call them residential, because there's this new kind of agent that is super successful in residential, and they're making the connections with people who have interest in commercial. But a lot of offices don't allow their agents to serve them. So it's so good that you all were progressive enough and had enough insight to say, hey, we're going to allow our agents to do both. That's fantastic. Was there anything in particular that you saw happening in the market that made you say now is the time to do this? You mentioned that it's been in the works for a while. You all have been thinking about it for a while. Was there any kind of like an aha moment, like, hey, now is the time and now we've got to do this right now? Was there anything like that made you all choose to do this year?
Well, what's fantastic about Guarantee Real Estate is that we're not alone. We're part of, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services of America. And so that's, national and a program and second largest real estate company in the nation. And the number one Berkshire Hathaway commercial division is just a stone's throw away from us. And we've been able to take what they've done in becoming number one, growing their commercial division down in San Diego from 4 agents to almost 500 in a matter of a few years. And we've been exposed to that. And we're like, well, this is something that we can do. And those are exactly what you said, these residential agents that specialize in residential that want to learn how to do commercial. And that's what's been so successful down there. And we're like, okay, this is the perfect spot to do it. It's a perfect time to do it. Real estate is only going to get better, and they're not making any more of this land, so we better get involved in selling it. And we have a lot of investors that are interested in purchasing land, especially in the Central Valley, in regards to investors both foreign and domestic. So we need to be a part of it, and now we're going to be able to utilize these new and really phenomenal tools to be able to facilitate that.
Now, you said that you all did your launch. So are you all officially up and going as a commercial real estate division?
Yeah, we are actually.
So if an agent was listening to this and they happen to be at one of those companies that say, sorry, that you've got all these commercial leads, but you can't sell them here, you can't handle them here, they could come on over to you and go ahead and get signed up, right?
Oh, right. Then the programs are already starting, and it's really been fantastic. We already have 38 of our guarantee agents that are part of the commercial division.
What could a new agent expect to get if they signed up with your office for commercial real estate training? Like, what do you all offer?
Well, one of the primo things that we're offering is that we know that commercial real estate has a hard time as far as where do they market it? Where is it going? How do we run our comps? We're limited in our MLSs and just these platforms that are just designed directly just for residential. Well, what we've been able to do here at Guarantee, and also a part of Berkshire Hathaway, is to bring in these national programs, which is consistent with CoStar and LoopNet Premium. And LoopNet Premium accounts allow for us to push out listings, commercial listings, internationally on a LoopNet app. And you can't do that without spending a tremendous amount of money. But we're able to do that as a brokerage and provide that to our commercial agents free of charge.
And did you mention that you all offer training? Do you all offer like specialized commercial real estate training for your agents?
We do. We're going to have different programs that are established for them that are pretty renowned. And one of them is actually, we're going to be bringing in Michael Simpson coming in at the end of September, which we're really, really excited about. And he specializes in it. And so we love when we don't have to give our agents something that, is not relevant to them. We want to give only the relevant information and the cutting edge information. And so we're excited about him coming to Fresno for the first time.
We're pretty excited about coming out there too. One of the things that he intentionally did when he created this program, he created it from the perspective of a residential agent. He started out in residential and quickly rose to the top 1% in the US, and then got into commercial and realized that he could do he could make more money working less transactions, dealing with less emotional, sellers and buyers. And he liked that whole, black and white, tell me the numbers, and if the numbers work, then I'll go with it. If it doesn't, I won't go with it. He discovered that he liked that world, and really just took off in commercial real estate, and eventually became a broker. Opened a couple of offices. And I think at last count, he was like 250 agents. But he found out that his true passion was not in running a brokerage, not in selling real estate, but it was in training other agents, helping them fulfill their vision. When people get into real estate, you've got a specific vision for why you're in this thing, and we all know it's to make money, but there's also a why behind you want to make the money. And he discovered that his true passion was in training and coaching and teaching agents the ropes in a field that can be very hard to break into. Commercial real estate as a residential agent can be very hard to break into because it's completely different from residential. There are people who think that when get into real estate, we hear this all the time, I'm going to start real estate as a residential agent so that I can become a commercial agent. When the reality is they are two completely different niches, completely different. The same rules just don't apply. And you almost have to unlearn what you know in residential to become successful in commercial. Super excited. He has released his first book, called The Ultimate Guide to List and Sell Commercial Investment Properties. And in that book, he shares a lot about his personal story, which he will be sharing at you all's event at the cocktail reception, a little bit about his story and sharing from a personal level, some of the things that you need to do in order to be successful in the industry. So I understand that you all are having that at, what's the name of the country club you all are having that event at?
We're having it at Fort Washington Country Club. Fort Washington is a renowned country club. It was actually mentioned in a movie called Tin Cup, if you're an 80s person or an 80s girl.
Cool. I am.
Yeah, Fort Washington's a beautiful facility, and we're very happy to be able to have it at that venue, which will be very conducive to look at a beautiful view and also, learn phenomenal information that could help these people, which are our agents and other agents of other companies, to come in and be able to be successful in commercial real estate. Guarantee is extremely unique in being able to provide this. There's not another brokerage in our valley that does it, and we're the number one residential real estate company in the Central Valley. And so we want to maintain that, along with parlaying it into being able to allow our agents to sell, the home that the people may be wanting, the empty nesters, to downsize, but also if they're wanting to divest themselves of buildings and investments that they have to move to, Florida or wherever to be with their grandkids, that they're able to do that. And they can have one agent that's able to fulfill that for them in a very sophisticated, professional manner. So we're happy to be able to do that for our agents.
That is so wonderful, and it brings so much value to your agents because in many companies, you have to refer that business out. And it's very difficult when you have this relationship with this, Mr. Buyer or Mr. Seller, and then they're ready to take things to the next level. Okay, we've bought our house, we've bought our residential investment. Now I'm ready to move into a larger multifamily, or I'm ready to move into buying an office building, and you have to, they want to use you because you've been there for them the whole time. They respect your craft, they like how you've handled them, and then you have to let it go, turn their name over to someone that you may know, may not know, and really not know how that process is going to be handled. And then you lose so much of the commission because you're limited to this little small referral. So I think it's so wonderful that you all are innovative, that you are allowing your agents that come to you to be able to truly be full service, because a lot of companies say they're full service, but they're not, because there's a place where it stops, and you all are taking out all the stops and saying, run with it, go as far as you can. And that's really a great company to be a part of. Before we get ready to go, tell us a little bit about Guarantee. I was amazed when you were telling me about how old the company is and how long it's been there. Can you share a little bit of that with the audience?
I'd be happy to. It's actually a privilege. I was born and raised in Fresno, so I grew up with the name Guarantee. Guarantee was a Guarantee Savings and Loan. It was founded in 1919. So Guarantee's been around. It'll celebrate 100 years next year. So we couldn't be more excited about that. In 1985, a gentleman named Scott Leonard put together the real estate division of it and developed the brokerage. He's still around. We love him. He's one of the founders. Also, Paul Gibson and Joan Eaton, the three of them, the three musketeers, put together this company and grew it, to 460 agents. And they've just done a phenomenal job in creating a company that's based upon family first. The agents are always first, and that family environment. And we've worked hard to continue that and to cultivate it so that we create an environment where agents can be as successful as possible. And there's no hindrances, and all we can do is prop them up and give them all the tools that we can possibly find for them, present to them, and give them to be successful in both residential now and commercial real estate.
Well, we are looking forward to coming out. We have the event on, Kim, what's the date of the one-day training, the full-day training?
That's going to be on September the 20th at the Fort Washington Country Club, which is Thursday from 4 to 6. That's the cocktail hour. And then on Friday is the training, which is the 20th. And that's the all-day event from 9 to 5.
Okay, fantastic. So that cocktail event that is from 4 to 6, that's open to anyone in the real estate industry, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. And is there a charge for that?
Actually, for the cocktail event, that's a free service that's going to be on the 20th. The paid event is the training, which is Friday, September the 21st, for $49.99. And also, we're providing the lunch, which is an additional $17, optional if they want to join us for lunch. They are more than welcome to leave and go out and come back and get an hour of stretching and come back ready to learn for the next part of the training seminar.
I will tell you this about the one-day training. Before I became the CEO of this company, I was in commercial real estate, and I won the Best of St. Pete Beach. I had gotten into commercial real estate as a solution for, I'd had my first child, had stepped out of real estate for 4 years. And when I came back, I decided I did not want to be a part of regular real estate world, where you kind of can't control your schedule, and stepped into commercial. And I loved it. Unfortunately, I did not know what I was doing. So I had to take a crash course. I signed up with a brokerage that had a commercial real estate program, had some video trainings, very much like what we're in the process of producing right now, and realized that I needed more, because the trainer that they had spoke a lot from commercial real estate mind. And after being in residential real estate for, at that point, probably almost 20 years, and I came from a real estate marketing background doing luxury and investment sales, I had to unlearn, what I knew and learn commercial real estate. So I went searching for different trainings, and I ran across Michael Simpson on a webinar. He was teaching on multifamily, how to work with multifamily investors. He gave out a couple of tips of how to transition from, how do you incorporate commercial real estate into your current existing residential business? When you already have business, you already have deals going and leads coming in, how do you focus on becoming a commercial real estate agent? And it was so simple. It was just so simple. The advice that he gave, I'm like, oh my gosh, where did this man come from? And I went and bought everything that he had, like every training that I could get my hands on. And I did like a training marathon, and then got on a call with him about coaching. And I got to tell you, the rest is history. My husband owned a marketing agency and had gotten me to the top of Google, and I was actually able to convert the leads that came in. I didn't lose not one. I was able to convert the leads just from going through the very first training, the training that you all are going to provide for the community there. When they walk out that door, they will literally be able to have a conversation with an investor, be able to convert them from a prospect to an actual listing appointment. They'll be able to carry out the deal. There'll be more things that they will need, but they will be able to get to first base and possibly second base just from what they learned. So I'm excited that you all are bringing him in. I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for your agents. If you're part of a brokerage that is innovative enough and cares enough to say, hey, we're going to bring in the top trainer in the country for you, who literally his teachings have gone around the globe. I'm going to bring this person in so that you all can learn, jump on the opportunity while you can. Is there anything else that you want to make sure that people know before we go?
Well, just that anybody that's wanting to come and participate, we just want them to come to the Guarantee website, to sign up with Guarantee, be able to come. All real estate agents that are selling residential real estate. Guarantee is a company full of people that are kind and want to give you the tools and the skill set to be as successful as possible in your business.
Well, that address, once again, is www.guarantee.com/NCREA.com, or you can call Kim. What number can they call you at?
I can be reached at 559-892-2868.
One more time,
559-892-2868. And please feel free to give me a call anytime, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 to 5 p.m.
Well, Melissa and Kim, you all have been awesome, have been such a delight as always. Stay number one.
All right. Thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you and look forward to seeing everyone on the 20th and 21st.